Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SUGCON 2019. So today I have with me Kamruz Jaman, who is the partner with Cornerboss, who are the community sponsors for this event. So let's talk to Kamruz and understand his experience with Sitecore. Hello, Kamruz. Welcome to our show.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. First of all, tell us about your company, Konabos. What do they do?
So we're a consultancy company. We specialize in Sitecore. We set up with myself and Akshay set this company up just 18 months ago. And it's to help customers, to help other partners, and to help clients to make the most out of Sitecore and implement Sitecore using best practices and in a good way.
You have a region that you operate in?
We operate out of North America, but obviously it's a very global market. So we are able to operate in multiple regions. We have people in multiple regions.
Perfect. So talk us a little about Sitecore and your experience with Sitecore.
So I've been using Sitecore for over 10 years now, and just Sitecore. So I've seen quite a few changes that Sitecore's gone through, particularly starting in the early versions. It was just a CMS, just a content management system, and we've seen it grown as a digital platform, making the most of the analytics and then expanding those into like reporting, and now going into different areas such as the headless and JSS. We'll be doing a talk on Universal Tracker later today in order to get analytics from lots of different systems and stuff. So it's really grown into something more than just a very basic content management system, into something much bigger, into a full-on digital platform.
Yes, it is creating that personalized experience for every customer who walks in, isn't it? Okay, that's great. So you also touched upon the session that you're going to be given. So can you give us a few highlights about this session for the people who have missed this session?
So Universal Tracker was launched just a few months ago. It was about 6 months ago with when Sitecore 9.1 was released. So we found this really interesting because Sitecore for a long time has had analytics, but it's been very much about analytics within the website, right? So what Universal Tracker allows you to do is to push data in from multiple different sources, or any source that you want. And it's a very simple API that they have built, very simple add-on onto Sitecore that allows you to push data in. And so what we did is we have some RFID readers which we placed around the conference, and each attendee actually they have a badge, and on the badge is an RFID card attached to it. So as they were coming into the sessions, we were able to track people coming in and out. And then we pushed that data into Universal Tracker, which in turn pushed it into Sitecore, right? We are only doing an anonymous collection of data, but if we expand this and you look into the actual use cases where you have mobile devices, maybe people coming into the shops, right? So people come into the shops and they have a loyalty card, they scan that in, you know who that person is. You can now push this data into Universal Tracker, push it into Sitecore, and that can then personalize the experience using offline interactions back into your online experience.
That's amazing. So can you take us one step ahead and tell us some more use case, because this is very interesting. I mean, what else can this do?
It's very simple in terms of it's just data collection, but it can also process data as well, right? So once you get this data from your different sources, you can start to enrich this data. So if you have, like I just mentioned, the point of sale data, for example, if you have this data, you can then reach out to your internal other systems, your internal ordering systems, to see, what has a customer been ordering, for example, and then you can push that into your profiles, into the personas, so that the user can then personalize, their experience further. If you have a mobile device, maybe you have something on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, you can push that data into your Sitecore instance. You can have, if you have other websites which are not on Sitecore, you can push that analytics data into Sitecore. So it really opens up the market of where that data is coming for, and really enriches all of the data that you're pushing into Sitecore for that user.
That's amazing. So one more thing about this event. What do you think about this event, SUGCON India 2019, and have you had a good time here?
Oh, the event has been amazing. Yeah, event has been totally amazing. The venue is great. The food is amazing, right? It's India, so the food is always going to be good, right?
You're originally from India?
I was born in Bangladesh, but I grew up in the UK. Yeah, and have moved over to Canada now. But so I like Indian food, right?
On a lighter note, what is the favorite food that you like?
Oh, the down here, the chicken, the murga tikka, yeah.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. All the best for your session. Thank you so much. Thank you.